What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You already know what time it is. This is your boy, the historian, in the place to be. The Party Line Lounge is wide open. Drinks is on the deck. We got the wings. But before we go ahead and get into this party line and get this thing started, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button as we get the show started. Sit back, relax, bring your carries to this here. We got you. The BirdCage. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You already know how we get down. You either get right or you get left. It's the BirdCage LLC post-game show. We getting ready to get this thing started as we always do. Falcons with the dub today with 38-20. Clark Phillips III sealed the deal with the interception today. So without further ado, I got to bring in one of the members of the magnificent BirdCage crew. We got K-Dub into the building, and we're going to have some more folks filing in today. K-Dub, what's good, bro?
Hey, how you doing? Glad to check in. I'll be coming in and out. I'm doing a little something, but I'm just wanting to check in and say, great job, Falcons. Way to take hold of the NFC South, keep pace with the Tampa Bay Bucks. I've seen some great things out of the offense with consistency from last week, and we need to get better with our defense. And but we did kind of make up with it with the interception and some things in the second half. But other than that, I've seen some great things from the Falcons, but like I said, we'll get into it as the show goes on.
Yeah, man. AJ Terrell decided that he was going to earn his paycheck today after he got burnt.
Yeah.
Man, all I can tell you is this, man. We got the lines open for fans to come in. We just, like I said, we'll bring you guys in momentarily. We just, like I said, got to put some things out here. I'm going to say this. Defense got to play a lot better. Defense got to play a lot better, though. You know what I'm saying? Even though we got this win, we can't keep going by the skin of our teeth is what we would say. Definitely got to get better with tackling. Landman did his thing today. Got to give it to him. Ellis put somebody. All I'm going to say is whoever that wide receiver that he hit with his ribs exposed, we already know he going to feel that tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I can't be mad at him. Everything that's been happening, you know, we take it. We 4-2 in the division right now. I'm sorry, 4-2 in the league. We still have yet to lose a division game in the NFC. And hey, we're undefeated in the division. And then, you know, I gotta bring this up, bro. The Dallas Cowboys lost today looked like an old school Diddy party, if you get what I'm saying. And I ain't holding back today. That was just awful. And prayers up to Aiden Hutchinson as well. Yeah, I can't hear you, K-Dub. Hold up. Hey, K-Dub, we can't hear you. Can't hear you, K-Dub. K-Dub, we can't hear you, bro. You got to drop out and come back in. Drop out and come back in or whatnot so we can get you. Now we're gonna open this thing up while K-Dub's getting this up. So fans, y'all can come in here, chime in today on what you like, what you dislike, and we gotta bring it back or whatnot. So we're gonna bring K-Dub back into this or whatnot. But 4 wins. And then here's the other thing I'm gonna bring up before we start bringing folks in. I'm just waiting for some folks to get in. I'll say this. This is the first time that the Falcons have scored 30 plus points in back-to-back games since 2020. That was during the Arthur Smith regime, which is a shock. So again, all I can say is everything's going to get better as the season goes on. We just got to make sure that stuff is straight or whatnot. So we got Graybeard in the building. What's up, Gray?
What's going on? What's going on? How everybody doing?
We just trying to wait on K-Dub to get back in here. We couldn't hear him or whatnot. His sound was out. But what's your takeaways from the game today, man?
I like the way we bounced back in the mid third and fourth quarter. I think we started off slow. That's the one thing we didn't want to do was start off slow. But I think we got in the rhythm, but we gotta tighten up on this defense, man. This defense was
It
bend
was
don't break.
suspect.
Yeah, bend don't break. Our rush defense is horrible. Horrible. But I like how we clamped down in the fourth. I don't think we started making adjustment until like mid third quarter. Like when it comes to stopping their rushing attack. But I like the balance that they got with Bijan and Tyler. You know what I mean? Like I said this like Thursday. This should be the Tyler Bijan show. We should just run the ball down their throat, and that's what we did. Tank had over 100 yards and Bijan had 95. What more?
Agreed,
What
Chris.
more can you ask? What more can you ask for?
We could have had a 40 piece today. What's going on, MacTown? Hey,
No,
K-Dub, can you hear us? K-Dub, can you hear us?
I hear static.
Yeah, we got to try to bring him back. But hey, man, the lines are open to everybody that want to come in. You already know how we get down. Like I said, we always put the stuff out. We always put everything up in here for folks every week or whatnot. And we let you guys get in. We just try to get our quick jabs in real quick before we let y'all dissect everything. We definitely getting ready to try to bring more folks in. I just posted the link again. So if you want to come in and talk about what you saw, what you like, what you didn't like, what you see that needs to be fixed, come on in. We definitely are wide open, ladies and gentlemen, for you guys this week.
We could have had a 40 piece, but Clark Phillip did a football move. He did the right thing.
Yeah, he just went down.
Yeah, he did the right thing. Even though it would have looked good on the stat sheet, he did the right thing. Got the ball within 5 yards. They had no more timeout. Victory formation. Nobody else get injured. I'll take that.
But here's the thing. Yeah, that's what he's thinking about. You have to use common sense when you're playing like this. You have to. In a division game, get the win, get out of there. Because at the end of the day, it's not like college football. You're not going to get style points.
Right. But, yeah, I think for us, man, we're going to talk about the defense more than anything. Go ahead, K-Dub. Can you hear?
K-Dub, can you hear us?
Yeah, he in
still
a bad
staticky
area.
On that end.
Yeah, he in a bad area. Rich, what it is?
Rich,
homie?
What's happening?
Man, what's going on, man? I love this game here.
Hold up, wait a minute. Before you get started, wait a minute. So if y'all gonna come in here, I gotta make sure I let y'all know this because we got some eyes on us now, a little bit more professional now. I know that we got our smokers in here. It's all good, but y'all can't chief in here while we doing the show. Got to keep it a little professional. You know, we love the Falcons. We love the energy everybody bring, but you got to be a little professional when you come through here. So if you smoking, you know what I'm saying? Hit it before you come on or hit it after you come on because we got to keep this thing a little professional. Oh, we got a first time up in here too. Rich, I'm going to let you cook, but before I let you cook, I got to bring in the man we know is ATL Kool-Aid drinkers from We Talk Hawks TV. What's going on, Kool-Aid? We're going to let you chop it up with us in a sec, but we got to let Rich go because he came in first. So what you got, Rich?
Man, I love this game right here because you know why? Not only was this a statement game, but we also showed you that we're not leaning on our defense anymore. Because in the first couple of games, I can't really be mad at the defense today. I do want Jimmy Lake to get it together. I'm not going to say I'm not upset with some of the stuff I saw. But the first 3 or 4 games, y'all saved us. So, you know, I feel like, you know, the offense owe you one on just this slick. But I'm going to tell you why I love this statement game here so much. Because we really could have scored more, but we kept it humble. And we went on and took a knee on you instead of just putting a knife in the coffin. You know what I'm saying? But I like, as a whole, I did like everything I seen because they showed a lot of grit today. You know, like every game I see them get better and better. And this one here, I just love how we just played. You know, we just didn't give up. That's all I really be wanting to see because the Falcon team that I'm used to seeing over the last couple of years, they always, in the game like this, if certain stuff would have started happening, they just would have gave up. But this team here, not trying to give up at all, and I just love that, man. And it showed today, and that's all I'm going to say about that for right now.
Kool-Aid, what you got, bro? Welcome to the cage for the first time. We check you out on We Talk Hawks TV, baby. What you got for us today?
You know, I had to go to that little practice with the Hawks. Then I got into this game. You know what I'm saying?
How they look today?
Hey, they look pretty good, man. You know, they was out there just having some fun. That's all. It wasn't nothing serious. It just some get together stuff. It wasn't nothing serious. But hey, man. But look, hey, I see the coaches getting better and better, man. They getting better and better from the first game to now. They starting to get to know the team. They getting better. And I got to give a shout out to them DBs, man. Them defensive backs, man. They had it going on today. How many interceptions they got?
2.
Man.
We got 2 today.
So they had no DBs doing good, man. Some really good plays. I just see that we might have to make some moves for their defensive line, man. Called Carter, Lorenzo, man. He look a little weak out there for me, man. I'm telling you, man. I see when Ray put Roro in the game, man, they double team him a little bit more, which gives Jared a little bit more leeway. If you see him on the field sometime with Jared, you see Jared make a little bit more tackles or get in on some things. So it's like pull a little off of him. So I just need to see Roro play a little bit more, man. There's a little bit more. Did Harrison play today? I couldn't pick up on Harrison, man.
He was in the game, but he didn't make too many plays today.
He made a block. He chip blocked a punt that got us pretty much got us the lead, and we never looked back.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to see them, my young rookie. I was trying.
Oh no, that's right. I'm sorry. Harrison blocked the punt today. My bad. That was Harrison that blocked that punt.
Yeah,
so he did make a play today. He made a big play on special teams.
Okay, yeah. So that was an important play. See, that was a turnaround play. That probably the middle of the game. What you talking about? The turning point. So for us to get that motivation, man. So, but hey, this is the way I see what coach can do this with Algier and Bijan, man. And I say, run them. But don't keep running when they get tired, man. You got to tag them out. When you see one get tired, tag him out. Don't run him when the other one get tired. You can see when one get tired, man. When Bijan get tired, when Algier get tired, he ain't doing that. He don't have the energy to make his cuts and get up the field. So coaches need to see when to tag them out, man. You know, If he tag and rotate them correctly, man, we'll run up and down the field on a lot of teams, man.
Agreed.
And Kool-Aid, Rich said that last week. That was one of his main points that he put out there because he said we got to get back to playing bully ball. We all said this, even though Kirk Cousins did his thing or whatnot. Yeah, turnovers happen. It is what it is. But at the same time, we got to get back to playing bully ball. We got good receivers. I like it, but we got to play bully ball. Rich said this last week. I pretty much said it Thursday night. I said it should have been a Bijan and Tyler game. Now we got William in the building or whatnot. What you got, William? What's up, man?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? Y'all can hear me?
Barely.
Perfectly.
Hold on. I don't have noise in the background. What I can say for the game. Hold on, I'm about to cut the light on. Hold on, cut the light on. Hold on, one of you lights. Hold on. All right, you can see me now?
Yeah, we can. What you got, William?
Man, first of all, man, salute to the defense. We kind of bend the break a little bit, but overall, man, I just feel like we need to we need to bench Lorenzo Carter moving forward, and I feel like we need to put Luke Ororo, man, like moving as a defensive tackle because we need him moving forward, and basically the offense we've been clicking, but I just feel like we need to put teams away early, stop setting wait the first half to make adjustments. We need just to stop letting teams running the ball on us. We got to tighten our run game up moving forward because we got Seattle, and I know they're going to try to run the ball with Kendall Walker III. I just want the defense to be more sound tackling. That's all I got to take for the game. But overall, I'm proud of special teams and offense. Defense just got to tackle better and eliminate explosive plays.
Hey, Will. So
Yes,
when
sir.
you say tighten up the running game, what you mean? Because you had Bijan over 100, and then Bijan had 95 yards, and Tyler had 100 today.
I mean say defense side of the ball. I'm on defense.
Okay, I thought you were talking about them because I was gonna say Tyler had 105. I would say Tyler had 105 and Bijan had 95. I'm like, ooh, okay. Yeah. I was gonna say maybe we might need to run a little bit more in the red zone. I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
that was what I was getting ready to point out because when you said tighten up in the running game, I'm like this. We don't need to throw the ball in the red zone, fellas. When you got a battering ram like Tyler back there, let the boy go. Let him go.
And 5.5 yards a pop.
I'm coming. And one thing, before I get head out here, fellas, man, we gotta stop throwing these screens to Darnell Mooney, Zach Robinson. I'm begging you, please stop. Just stop. I understand you want to be creative, but let Kirk Cousins make his progression where he want to throw the ball to too. Because Kyle Pitts was, and I feel like Kyle Pitts, he missed a lot of opportunity. He could have had him a touchdown today, but he stopped running because we really could have blown him out 40 to 20.
He quit on a route today. We all saw that.
It was a go route, and he was
it's bad when the commentator called that out.
Yeah, because Kirk Cousins was getting the blitz. The commentator said so. I don't know why Kyle Pitts just start running. It was like, man, bro, you got to make the plays when it's presentable. Like that's all I'm saying, bro. You gotta capitalize on your opportunities. When you don't capitalize it, it's on you. So end of the day, man, fellas, I'm gonna be in the back. I'm gonna be back home. Let my phone juice up. That's all I got to say. I'll be back in a few 30 minutes, 20 minutes, if y'all still be on.
All right, we'll catch you then, Will.
All right.
We got Thomas in the building, and then I'm gonna let the guys that's on the panel right now just cook. Got to give everybody their few minutes, and then we're gonna talk about some of the things that's there. Hold up before we let you cook, Thomas. AK Dub, can you hear us? AK Dub, can you hear us?
I hear nothing but static.
Yeah, we hear nothing but static, bro.
Wait, he in Charlotte?
AK Dub, can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, I hear y'all.
All right, we got sound from you. It's a little echo in the back. Thomas, what you got, man?
What's good, fellas? What's good?
What's good with you, man?
Hey, the Lions handling business. Tampa Bay over there beating up on the elementary school team. That damn right despicable. I don't understand why they want to do them boys like that. Hurt their feelings, man. We got to put out a wellness check for the whole city of New Orleans. This stuff don't make no damn sense how they did New Orleans. Hey, there's a couple teams want to hang a couple 50 balls today though. Seemed like one of them was the team we just got rid of, and one of them was the team in the red and the black. They want to put these 50 balls on the board today. But we handle business. But one thing about what guy was just saying though, we got to show up that run defense, man. That we need another defender. Squash all the talk, man. We don't need no Devontae Adams. We don't need no George Pickens. We don't need none of that. We need somebody on the defensive line, man. We got to stop. Because one thing about to be a championship team, you got to stop the run and you got to be able to run the ball. And I don't think run the ball is our problem whatsoever. But we got to stop that run if we want to do anything in the playoffs. Because at the end of the day, when you face high prolific offenses, and it looks like we got one, what they're going to do to counter that, they're going to run the ball. Because they want to keep you on the sideline, right? So,
shorten the game.
How do you get the ball back? It's called stopping the run.
I agree.
Because you stop the run, you put them in third and long. You put them in third and long, you get the ball back at some point. But that run defense, just letting them gas us like that, they got to stop. They got to stop. And this playing these teams with one wide receiver, they got no other option on the field but one man. And we let this guy beat us. Like, I understand AJ Trail good. I get that. But if you so-called got 2 Pro Bowl safeties, one of them needs to be, if you playing a team with one wide receiver, like Pittsburgh with George Pickens, Carolina with number 5, Tampa Bay got 2, so we can't go there. But if you got teams with one wide receiver, there's no way this dude should be catching ball after ball after ball like that. Especially when you got a number 2 paid cornerback in the league, and then you got 2 Pro Bowl, All-Pro safeties, right? You got to put one of them over the top of that wide receiver and tell AJ to bite on every first move, and every second and third move, the safety got it. We need to sure that up, but at the end of the day, hey, we handle business. We blew them out. On to the next. That's what That's what you gotta do. Good road win. It look like the offense. Like, what is it? Week 6? We in week 5 now.
Yeah, I said about week 7, everything will be clicking. This is week 6 now.
We in week 6 now. So the offense is rolling like it's supposed to be rolling. So I mean, we hung a record in 509 yards, and then you come back and you hang a 45 piece on somebody. I think the offense is right on pace, for your prediction. But that defense, we got to stop the run and stop let one wide receiver do what he wants to do on our football field. Because if we stop Pickens and we stop number 5 a little better than we did, we blow both of them games completely out, and we sit better than 4-2. But we 4-2. We gonna win in the division. We gonna host playoff games. I'm gonna see y'all in the city. Because when the playoff game get there, everybody gonna be there. If you can't be there, I'm gonna help you get there. We gonna be in the city. We gonna turn this thing up.
Hey, hold up.
Every team got to get better, right? That's what we got to
do. Yeah.
Hey, so I gotta let Rich cook on this one or whatnot, because we was making sure everybody had a turn or whatnot. I want to ask the panel this. This is the party line. I gotta let Rich cook or whatnot, because he had a short soliloquy for once, and I think something is wrong over there, because normally Rich got about 5 minutes worth of material that he always dropping on us, dog. So I gotta ask him this question, and then I'm gonna ask Kool-Aid this question too. So with the defensive line, from what we've seen or whatnot, the special teams is a part that I always talk about in the third phase of the game, is one of the most important parts of this game or whatnot. Do you think that us seeing a block punt today, being able to get penetration, also we've seen us get penetration on field goals as whatever, do you believe that this part of the game is really going to change for us in the future as the season continues? Because once we get this division, because I can already tell you now that we're 3-0, all we need are 1 or 2 more wins in the division, and we got it. Do you believe that the special teams is going to be the key part of us having some success in the playoffs? I'm going to ask this one to Rich, and then Kool-Aid, K-Dub, Graybeard, and Thomas.
Oh, yeah. The special teams, I'm going to be honest, and I watch a lot of games. I don't just watch us. I'm only our fan, but I watch other teams because I know this what we going to have to compete against if we make a deep run. So I like to watch other teams. And right now, our special teams got to be one of the top special teams, because you don't see a lot of what we do on special teams with a lot of other teams because Harrison block punt actually is like what you call said earlier was the game changer. You was happy about that, like that was a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So special team phasing the game out, letting the offense come in and get this little nice, whatever we can get within there. That's when your team believes in you, what you allow them to do. And one thing that I did notice, and it made me feel like all of them must have watched that Mike Mularkey interview with Ovi Mahaley and Michael Turner. Because one thing that I knew that this team was missing on both sides of the ball was creativity. And that's between special teams, offense, and defense. And when I say creativity, I mean throwing looks at teams that'll make them think. Like Mike Mularkey said, when he coached the Falcons, he'll put Brian Finneran in as running back. So I feel like, and that's what I sort of seen today with a lot of the misdirection and everything he was doing. And then with the defense, I think we need to switch up between, I think part of the problem is we stay in the zone too long with the defense instead of playing press man on certain plays. And then because when you have the plays that the special teams make is what allow for the offense and the defense to do certain stuff. Because if just say the offense wasn't working and the defense needed a break, where your special teams just gave the defense a break and made the offense go back on. You see what I'm saying? So it all sort of worked hand in hand. That's why I like where they're positioning players to make a difference. You see what I'm saying? Like the way they trying to mix it up now. What I really think today was, and I'm going to be real honest with you, because from me watching the last couple games to this one, I think the coaching staff was trying new stuff today. If you look at how the offense was ran today with more misdirection and more this and, bringing Mooney into the backfield like he the running back, trying to do different stunts and blitzes, I think that today they were trying new stuff so they don't be one-dimensional. It's like every game they're trying new stuff to see if they can succeed at it. So now with the defense, for one, I can't really fault the defensive line because I'm going to be honest, Carolina should have had like 10 different penalties on top of the 8 they had. I'm talking about they had Judon by the neck, Grady by the neck. On special teams, they holding special team players. Nothing's getting called. So,
hey, Rich.
Quite a few holes.
Rich, hold up. Because you just mentioned something, and I got to let Kool-Aid cook on this one. Because you went into that level because Kool-Aid called this out on Larry's channel. So, Kool-Aid, now, Rich just mentioned the referees or whatnot. I want to hear your take on this because you definitely pointed this out in Larry's shout out to Larry in the Dixon way or whatnot, but you spoke on how the refs just pretty much kept their flags in their pockets with all the holding calls that we saw in this game. What do you think needs to improve with the referees with this ball game, with these future ball games coming up? You're muted right now. I don't know why what happened. You got to unmute yourself.
I muted myself.
Okay.
I got you. No, man. I just will point out that Atlanta teams got to learn how to play with the referees against us. We got to learn how to coach around the referees against us because that's how it's going to come at us. It's going to come at us. I've been looking at sports a long time around here, and we always had to play against the referees, the guys who's supposed to manage the game. And so we got to learn how to keep our head level, and the coaches got to learn how to coach around that. And because sometimes, we get that Trey or somebody sometimes going crazy about the referee when you just should keep your head level and come back and say, okay, let's do this again. It's like for instance, like the day when they made that call and they made that whole call, right? and they bring it back with Bijan touchdown. Get what? This is what bully ball do. You come back and you get right back in the trenches and you ran it with that year and you got a touchdown out of it. And so so the referee can't come back and call it again. How many times can they call it? Don't make a big fuss about it. Let's go back and say, okay, this is what you did. So we have to expect that we're gonna have to go into a game and that the referee's going to make bad calls and not let that, ruffle our fellas and get us out of our mindset of what we need to do. I like bully football. I like trench football. Defensive line, offensive line, and that sets up and open up everything. So and you can take the referees out of the game on that. Okay, yeah, you can get your linemen to not hold and still teach them, say, hey, we finna go in this game and the referee gonna make calls. Let's bully these guys this way. This is what we need to do. Let's keep doing this. And once the referees see that, oh, okay, ref, make that call. I bet you can't beat us on that one. And just keep making the plays. That's why I look at it when it comes to the ref,
Because it was egregious today. So K-Dub.
Pretty bad.
So now that he brought in the refs or whatnot, we talked about what needed to happen today with making this a bully ball game, as Kool-Aid said, with the running game that we talked about Thursday night. What were some things that you saw that you liked, and what were some things that you'd like to see just change a little bit to continue for this running game to matriculate and just get better, like a pot of collard greens simmering on Sunday morning?
Oh yeah.
Well, like I say, I feel like Zach Robinson is going into his own. He's been doing the things that I asked for him to do, is get more creative with the run game. You've seen that today. I just feel like the more that we continue to matriculate the ball down the field and do the things that we did today in that game plan, I think we'll just continually to get better and better. That's why you see the point totals going up. You see we getting more and more people involved into the offense. I just feel like we need to just continue to keep doing what we've been doing and get out the way and let Zach Robinson call what he's been calling. I just feel like we're overanalyzing this team. This team is going to be, you're going to have some games where you're going to have your blood pressure medicine. It is what it is. As long as we continue to be on the right side of winning, I'm in a great place. So, like I say, this coaching staff gets kudos from me. They're leading the division. They're right on course to where I thought they would be. And we can continue to do that, but to get better now and continue to stay healthy and move forward with this team. For a special teams unit, kudos to those guys. Thank them for bringing back the special teams coordinator that we had last year to keep the continuity going. He's doing an excellent job this year.
Yep. And I'll piggyback on that, and I'm gonna let Graybeard jump on this here. I'll say this. I think when you talk about being able to do some things, the defense, I'm gonna say this here. Jimmy Lake, you got to do better. You got one of the best former cornerbacks that played in the league back in the day with Jerry Gray, and he's coached many great corners. You've got to get better with your pass. You got to get better with your pass coverage. You got to get better with your pass coverage, man. I think that you definitely are a young guy that's still learning, but I think that everything right now has to be it has to be better, because in this secondary, the secondary is supposed to be the strength of this team. So guess what? You've got to continue to make these guys the strength of this team by putting them in better positions, opposed to playing 5 yards off and letting these guys just slant in and just take what they want. You've got to get these guys to play more press coverage, like Richie was saying as well, and a lot of man-to-man coverage. I mean, look, prevent defense, as Dewey McClain said at the party, prevent defense will get you beat, because you're preventing your defenders from pretty much making plays. And you're going to give up plays every time. But speaking about giving up a little something, we got Big Red in the spot with us tonight. But before I let Red cook, I'm going to let Graybeard cook on this one. How do you feel the offensive line play in this game was with all the penalties that they called against our O-line, and they barely got anything called? How do you think that they played through the adversity today, and how do you think that they showed up with being able to have this running game on course?
They got better as the game progressed. I mean, we started off slow, but in the second half, they did a complete 180. and how they were opening up gap for Bijan and letting Tyler Algier get out to the outside. So I am impressed on how the offensive line played. I think they did a fairly decent job, minus a few cut back, a few holding penalties, whatever the case. But I think overall, man, the offensive line did a darn good job, man. Over 202 yards. Oh, you back. Hey,
All right, who getting their car stolen?
but yeah, but
Who? I need to know who get. Wait a minute. I need to know who getting their car stolen, man. Look, we trying to run a respectable show. Y'all got to call the police on them folks, man.
I'm being a mechanic.
Go ahead, Gray Beard.
But but no, I think overall, man, we had 202 yards rushing. I mean, what more can you ask for this offensive line? They did the job, especially in the second half. And as you know, that mid third and that fourth quarter, that offensive line really took charge of the game. We were eating clock. We were having 5 6 minute drive that really dwindled their chance to even come back. So hats off to the O line. I think they did an outstanding job.
So we got Red in the building today, Mr. Red. How do you feel about this ball game? Because you know what? See, I wanted 28-10, but you said, nah, I'm happy with we score 40 piece, but you know what? It still add up the same as we said in the pregame meal. Pretty much that 4-2 is gonna look the same regardless. So how do you feel? So how do you feel about them hanging 30 points up consecutively? And this is the first time they've done this since 2020. 35 points, excuse me.
First of all, can y'all hear me clearly?
You're a little staticky, but we can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Well, I love that. I told you we need to make a statement today, and sorry, y'all. I'm moving my legs around and shit. We need to make a statement today, and the statement we did make. 36 pounds on the ground, 200 plus yards rushing. Ryan, when we were sitting here looking at the Saints getting drilled for 200 yards, did we ever think we have 200 ourselves? Man, 200 yards and count the passing game. Like I say, the offense was on point. The defense is the one had me on the edge of my seat today because I didn't like how we ended the first half by giving up 17 points. But we only gave up 3 in the second half. They only put up 20. I know it looked worse than the finished product. It looked like we gave up more than 3 after halftime, but no, just 3. 3 after halftime, so 38 points. Clark Phillips, Mr. Nobleman, maybe a little too noble, especially when I had the Falcons in fantasy in my fantasy league for their defense. So I could have used those 45 points, man. But hey, it is what it is. I ain't gonna be greedy. We got the win, 4-2, 3 straight wins, undefeated in the division, and most importantly, undefeated in the NFC. So things opening, looking out for us. Things looking good for us after 6 weeks. We got Seattle coming to the Dome on Sunday. We got to keep this train moving. Let's keep this train moving. Party, party, party.
Hey, K-Dub, I know you got energy, but this joker just as bad as you. I see that now. Y'all pretty much twins on this one, man. Rich said, man. Nah, that's all good. Rich will be back momentarily or whatnot. He had to step away for a second. But let's talk some more about this here. I'm excited because we got Kool-Aid up in here. It's the first time my man that came in here with us and really chopped it up with us. He's come once, but that was at the end of one of our shows. But this is the first time he's really stepped in here. And he definitely is an Atlanta sports fan all the way through. And hey, Kool-Aid. So now we talked about the coaching. Now we talked about the coaching changes or whatnot, right? Let's talk about this, man. I want to know. Now, you mentioned coaching changes. What do you feel is that's similar with having a new coach here with the Falcons and this coaching staff, and they're trying to make adjustments just like the Hawks did? The Hawks have been trying to do with Quinn or whatnot, because now he's in his second year. He's getting ready to really try to make adjustments with the Hawks or whatnot. What do you see as kind of similar with both of them? I know you gave up on the Hawks when they got rid of Nick, so we already know that. But what do you think is going to be the key for both of these teams to really try to keep that coaching momentum going and just being able to figure out how to use the pieces that they have? How do you feel that that's going to happen? You're muted,
Yo,
bro.
I
You're
mean,
muted, Kool-Aid.
Okay, I'm unmuted now. Yeah,
All
I
right.
feel like what I looked at. I'm gonna start with the Falcons first, okay?
Yeah.
So when I always said that Arthur Smith was a bad coach for the Falcons. I did not like that. So when we got the new coaches, I saw that we had a fresh, brand new offensive coordinator and some new and my man just now starting to be his second time being a head coach. And I said that, it was gonna be we had a Lamborghini team with some new coaches driving the Lamborghini. And I was saying, let's see how well they drive it. Now, when they started off a little shaky. But what I seen was that they was not stubborn coaches. And reason why I say that, because when Kirk Cousins say, hey, let me help teach y'all how to drive this car, they didn't butt heads with him. They didn't push back on him. And if you look at everything that happened with this team on the offense, it got Kirk Cousins wrote all over it. If y'all look at it. And as I'm saying that, you're starting to see that Kirk Cousins is bringing some of his he's been in the league for a long time, and he brings some of that professionalism, and they starting to listen to him some too on making decisions and stuff like that. And now you're starting to see how many analytics calls did we get with coaches them today? They kicked those field goals, didn't they?
Yeah,
They didn't
you didn't see any.
Huh?
I
That's
said you
what I'm
didn't really
saying.
see any.
So you start seeing more fundamental football than analytics. I mean, what if they would have not kicked those? They would have not kicked those field goals and went for it and didn't get it. You see what I'm saying? Left those points down on the ground in the game. So as for both of the teams, you got to get to know your players. So what I'm looking at right now, as for both coaching staff, the management have put together a really, really good team other than a defensive line for the Falcons. I mean, I know you can't put the whole team together all at one time because Rome wasn't built in a day. So I see them put together the offense. They start building their offense. Then you seeing the offense starting to get them points. Now we ain't got to worry about the offense no more. We took a little bit from the defense, and now we starting. I believe if Trice wouldn't have got hurt, and they would have played Trice more, you would have seen a little bit more. I think once you see Trice and Roro coming now, you're going to see the manager came in and gave something that these coaches need to be able to handle and make decisions with. And the same thing with when I'm saying with the management over there with the Hawks. Coach Quinn now got a problem. He got a bunch of talented players. He got a very deep bench. He got a bunch of, and so now he got to know how to drive that car. You see what I'm saying? And so let's see how he gonna drive that car. Right now, I'm saying, who is Quinn gonna be modest enough to work with Trae Young? See what they did? They worked with Kirk Cousins. They working with Kirk Cousins. You got to work with your superstar. Kirk Cousins is a superstar, regardless of not what you want to say. This dude been showing up in the league for a long time. Now we bought him. Okay, Trae Young, he brought up as a superstar. He's the superstar of the league in the league. So Coach Quinn got now to work with him, and now they'll put that mold around him. So now we got to see the same thing. Now we seeing these coaches working with Cuz. Now we got to see Quinn working with Trae in the #1 draft pick and Jalen Johnson and take them boys and make it work. That's the way I see it with the coaching, man.
Okay. K-Dub, I want to ask you this here. Now, Kool-Aid spoke on, I asked him because, like I said, we all are fans of all these teams that we talked about, except Red. But all I'm going to ask you is this. Now, with Jimmy Lake, and we know he's going to have his struggles or whatnot, how much more would you like to see him lean on Jerry Gray with this secondary? Because it seems like when he was leaning on Gray and he wasn't doing his own thing and not trying to experiment, you noticed that the secondary was shutting it down. What do you think these experiments are going to get us in games like this? And this is a division game at that. We can't really take too many chances. And we're still undefeated right now in the NFC. But What would you like to see get better with the secondary as a whole?
I mean, like I said, they got to continue to work better together. Like I said, they're still in the beginning stages of their relationship. But lean on Jerry Gray's tutelage and expertise in the secondary and continue to evolve that secondary to get better. But like they were saying earlier, I think they were trying different things. Like Richard, I think Richard was saying that they were trying different things today. So, but they got the win. The key thing is continue to lean on, like you said, your superstars, guys on the back end, the all-world safeties that we have. Continue to lean on those guys. I feel like we'll get things corrected, self-scout, look at the tape, and continue to get better week in and week out. The key thing is in this league, this is a very tough league. You're not going to win every game the way that you uh, think you're going to win it. So the key thing is to get the dub, and we did that. So you got to continue to quit over critiquing this team and this coaching staff, and just let the wins pile up. I'm always going to be that guy that's behind the team. I'm not trying to poo-poo anyone. I want this thing to do what they're doing right now. It's leading the division. I didn't say it was going to be pretty. I didn't say it was going to be ugly, but it is what it is. And continue to stack these wins. I'll be in the building next week. Let's go Falcons.
Hey man, how we always say it. How did Wesley Snipes say it in what was it? White Man Can't Jump. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. That's what it looked like. The 4-2 might not be as pretty as y'all want it to be, but it's always pretty when you're sitting at the top of the division. Hold on, I gotta give it a gooseneck like Trey. It's so pretty. I gotta give it a gooseneck like Trey Young, baby. Shout out to the Iceman.
Hey man,
Gotta shout out to Mr. Trey.
You know he called your boy Cuz Ice, don't you?
Oh yeah.
You know Trey called him Ice.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did call Cuz Ice.
That's why I was sitting back like,
and for the record, I still do like the Hawks. I'm just not a fool, and I know, like I say, I'll see if this kid that we drafted #1, if he can come out and make a difference. But look, if we keep losing, Trey eventually gonna ask for a trade, and then we're gonna be back to square one. I already know.
Look, we ain't even trying to think like that just yet. Come on now.
Yeah, man.
We ain't trying to be pessimistic. Look,
Hey,
I
man,
gotta
hey,
be
look.
wait a minute. I gotta do a K Dub. I gotta have a K Dub moment. Wait a minute. I'm not gonna poo-poo what the Hawks are doing right now. I'm not gonna be a wet blanket to that. Trey ain't going nowhere just yet. Trey love these wings up here. Trust me. He love the wings, and he love being the man in the city. He wouldn't be the man in anywhere else. Let's be real. He would not get that love in another city like that if he was playing next to another superstar. Trey is the man, Trey is the man for the Hawks, bro. No matter how you look at it.
All he got to do, if this front court come together, I don't think Murray we probably need to get rid of Murray because him and Murray don't work together. All he got to do is keep Jalen needs to evolve. This rookie kid that we got, he got to pan out. I don't care. I ain't saying he got to go 30 a game, but dude has got to average eventually 18 to 25 a game. I'm saying he can't be a wasted pick. We can't look back 2 or 3 years and be like, man, that was a wasted pick. So you add them two.
I'll be cool.
Go ahead.
Oh, speaking of picks, I ain't even gonna be a Debbie Downer, but I got to throw this in here because it's only right because we talked about the running game. Now I'm gonna ask y'all this, fellas. I know everybody love Bijan Robinson. I know it. Now I'm gonna throw this in here, and I know I'm gonna catch smoke for it, but I'm okay. Hey, I got a gas mask on, so I can survive the smoke.
Gas.
Is this Bijan Robinson pick looking better than Jalen Carter at this point? Because we're starting to get gashed up the middle a little bit more. I like Rook, but I just want to ask y'all this because we had a chance to get Jalen and shore up that run defense that we've been talking about. I think Rook is going to be great. But I'm just asking, wouldn't it be nice that you know that you got a stacked D-line?
And what we got for what Bijan giving us, man, I'm telling you, Tyler, I keep saying, I posted this, our run game don't take off until Tyler start running that rock. When Tyler started running that rock, that's when the run game take off. And for what we get from Bijan, we could have had Jalen Carter and got some you know what from the YMCA to give us what Bijan give. We could have got that from a guy off the street to give us what Bijan giving us. I'm just saying we had Tyler, man. Tyler's the one that opened up the run game for us. You could have had
Yeah.
Jalen Carter, Tyler, and somebody else. Somebody to give you what Bijan get and probably come out the backfield. I'm just saying. What
And it
Bijan
ain't no,
give us
and it
is
ain't no
something I
diss to
could have got.
Bijan.
We could have got that in the free agent pool.
But it's no diss to Bijan. It's just the fact that we're
No,
starting to
it ain't no
struggle.
diss to Bijan. We just didn't need
We're
it.
struggling with run defense, and everybody is not happy about that. But they're not looking at, hey, you had a chance to get a run stopper and a guy that was an animal at that D line, but we took a running back. And I mean, look, Bijan is doing what he has to do, and there's a lot of people that's caught up in the moment. But you got to look at the overall picture. Do you think
I mean,
that
it's
we got
fine
the best
now,
part of
but
it?
we just gonna have to win a lot of games like we won today. We won
Kool-Aid, go ahead.
38 points, so we ain't stopping
Yeah.
nobody.
Kool-Aid, go ahead.
Give your opinion on that. Like I said, wrong one built on the day. And it was important that we put together a offense and
Tell 'em,
see what
Kool-Aid.
Bijan brought to the table is that when Bijan on the field, everybody watching Bijan. That makes a big difference. When you
I
got
give you that.
you got the other defense see Bijan walk out on the floor and they take a deep breath. That means Bijan is taking somebody out of the play. It's just only problem what we've been having with Bijan that you got everybody watching Bijan. And when everybody watching Bijan and you trying to force the ball to Bijan, like the way Coach did, Arthur Smith did, you try to force everything to Bijan when everybody watching Bijan instead of just calling your plays. You got to call your plays. It's chess. You got to call your plays, and you got to use Bijan in his piece to where he's supposed to be. Not take Bijan. It's just like the same thing with Trey. You can't just, when everybody watching Trey and you got nobody with Trey and everybody watching Trey, it becomes a problem. So with Bijan, what happened is that with everybody, slowly when the coaches start calling plays and start playing the game like chess, you're going to start seeing Bijan stuff start opening up. And same thing with the Hawks. You're going to start seeing the Hawk. You're going to start seeing Trey start opening up when you start putting those players around him. Now you got a Mooney. He didn't have no wide receivers last year.
Ooh,
Now you got a Mooney. Now you got this. Now you can start switching those guys out. And I'm saying, if you start switching those guys out, now you're going to start seeing Bijan. You're going to start seeing the Thunder and the Lightning because you need the Thunder and the Lightning. You see
Now,
what
the
I'm
thing-
saying?
Well, we already seen
That's
it,
why I see
Kool-Aid.
Bijan, and eventually when Bijan's eyes open, he starts seeing the field a little bit better and start catching those alleys. You're going to
And-
see some real running, bro.
That's the thing.
And Kool-Aid, and this is the scary part.
It's better than
real running,
Bijan
bro.
vision
Tell
right
them,
And,
Kool-Aid.
and here's the scary part, fellas. Rondale Moore was lost with an ACL injury this year. Rondale's coming back next year. And from the prognosis that we've heard, surgery went well. Rehab is according to plan, a little ahead of schedule. But Rondale is going to be a problem in this offense next year. Because remember, we signed him for more than 1 year. So this guy is going to get, once he gets comfortable and once he gets physically and mentally back from that knee injury, who you going to stop? That's the question. Who are you going to stop?
Exactly.
You got playmakers. Ray, you gotta stop trying to do too much. You made a clutch catch, but man, that fumble, good Lord.
He
Just
didn't
fall
have to
on
try to
the ball.
Just go down.
Just go down. Hey, how you said just go down. Just go down. But
I'm gonna give you a pass.
but I
on
can't be
that,
mad
bro.
at
You
him
gotta
because
hold
I
on that
understand
football.
why he did it. I understand why he was trying to get the first. I get it. But you got to think on that one. Live to fight another day.
That was still questionable at best, though.
Well, you know you're not gonna look. You on the road, you're not gonna get no calls like that. Think about it. The Falcons don't get calls on the road like that.
No.
We know this.
No,
So
still-
you, even though it was blatantly obvious that he was down, you knew they were gonna hold us at least with 1 or 2 calls in this game. You knew it was coming.
Yeah, they definitely did today. But we only had 1 turnover on our
Oh,
I can live with that.
don't be surprised when they hold us against Dallas. When Dallas come to Atlanta, Dallas gonna get the calls just because they're the Cowboys.
I don't know.
Understand? It's gonna happen. You
Dallas,
saying no, but
no,
dog,
I'm just saying Dallas just got that work. So they
it don't matter. Dallas get to work, but guess what? They still gonna talk about them about trying to be a playoff and championship team.
But how do you
know
not-
this?
Yeah, but how do you don't get no call in your own? They got
Easy. We the Falcons. We're not.
Because
Listen,
we Atlanta,
we are
man.
still not respected, even in our own city, bro.
It's
We
Atlanta.
are still not even respected,
Atlanta,
bro.
man. It's just straight Atlanta, man. The bets is not on Atlanta, man.
Thank you.
If the bets was on Atlanta, you look at the odds. If the bets was on Atlanta, like right now, the bets ain't on Atlanta.
Nope.
You saw how they treated us when we made our move with Kirk Cousins, and when we got the quarterback. That's deal. What they doing out there for? They criticize all of that. They try to make us like, put people against each other and all that kind of stuff. No, man. We were starting to make the move they're gonna make Atlanta we could be dynasties. They don't want us to be dynasties, man. All the prosecutors, they ain't gonna talk about that. They don't want Atlanta to be a dynasty. They ain't never wanted Atlanta to be a dynasty. Never. Every time we became something, we had to earn it. 100%. Brave.
It's only two commentators that chose it. It's only two commentators that chose us to be something good this year. As much as it pains me to say it, it's Colin Cowherd was one. That surprised me. Colin Cowherd has never said nothing bad about the Falcons, even when Matt Ryan was here. Colin Cowherd has been a supporter.
Yeah.
And then and then the other cat that's on Good Morning Football. That's the other dude. It's only been two cats that really support the Falcons through and through with all the moves, and especially when they grabbed Michael Penix Jr. K-Dub called that one. He said, we're going to get Penix, and he said, what's going to happen is this. Penix going to sit behind Cousins, and he going to learn. Hopefully, we won't have to see him early, as I said, but K-Dub said, if Cousins screw up, go ahead and put the kid in there. But at this point, I'll be honest with you. Penix is in the best situation because guess what? He's seeing what it's like to be in close games in the NFL. He's seeing what a professional quarterback looks like in a system that's going to be catered to his playing style. And the difference between he and Cousins, he got legs. That is the difference. He got legs. So when you talk about extended plays, that pocket collapse, he going to leave. He's not staying there. He going to leave. Or he's going to roll out. And I got to give K-Dub this one because when he was at Washington, now I watched him in Indiana, but when he got in Kalen DuBois' system, and you're seeing it a little bit with Milroe at Alabama right now, every quarterback that plays in the DuBois system, they all throw well rolling out. They all can put it on the money rolling out. And that is a talent that everybody doesn't have. Aaron Rodgers is the king at that. That is the king at throwing that rollout pass and keeping his feet. K-Dub. Yep. With everything that you're seeing that Penix is being matriculated in right now, I'll be honest with you. I think by year 3, if Cousins is not here by year 3, I think by that time, I think we might end up seeing Penix in the same way that the NFL saw C.J. Stroud when he started off. And the difference is Penix had somebody to teach him. Stroud had to do it on his own.
Yeah, he had to really get it out the mud. Like I said, man, I got bright things for Penix. Like I said, it's nothing but helping the guy to see it done by a true professional, a guy that's really student of the game, that takes the notes and it's very detailed and oriented as Kirk Cousins is. So, I mean, it's nothing but helping the guy. I mean, I felt like he was ready to go coming out of college, but this does nothing but help you to sit back there and soak it up as a sponge. Like I say, man, he's going to be brilliant in the offense. Because that's who the regime actually took with their pick. They went out and they scouted him and put eyes on him, the whole organization. So I think they're doing it the correct way, and it's nothing but sky's the limit when she does touch the field, and he'll blow the doors off, just like as C.J. Stroud, like you're saying, and Jaden Daniels is doing also at the moment.
And you remember, I said, Nathan's quoting what I said in the chat when we drafted. And remember, I was saying the best part about this is I don't want him to come in yet because guess what? He's got time to heal. All those injuries that they all talked about and everything, guess what? He got time to be in the weight room. He's got time to be in perfect shape, great condition, and then he's going to know the playbook. So when you get a guy that's 100% healthy, that hasn't taken no hits, that doesn't have any wear and tear on his body, and it's big for a guy that's coming back that's had serious injuries. And for him to have time off, the rust is going to get knocked off really quick. It's just going to be beautiful to watch him while he's 100% healthy and he ain't going to have no wear and tear. I think that's going to be huge.
Yeah, but I feel like he's pretty healthy now. He had like 2 or 3 years removed from being injured. So I just feel like it'll be even more healthier, but I don't feel like he's hurt right now. I just feel like we got the Kirk Cousins. He was able to sign him in the off season, which is a plus and a kudos to the organization and put him in a better situation where he sits behind a great starter. But I do believe I'm not gonna say this guy's not healthy. I think he's bona fide healthy right now as we speak.
Well, when we were saying, oh, go ahead, Kool-Aid.
Yeah, yeah. Hey man, look, I be drinking that Kool-Aid, right?
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. And this and I saw they playing from the beginning, man. And everything that they playing is starting to work with what they already playing. And this is what they playing. They're gonna win a Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins in 1 to 3 years. By the time Kirk Cousins win that Super Bowl, Pennett's gonna be ready to go. He gonna know everything he need to go. They're gonna, and then that's where that dynasty comes in. Because now Pennett's gonna come in and bring that dynasty right behind Kirk Cousins. Because Kirk Cousins gonna say when he win this Super Bowl, he gonna be like, I'm good. he gonna be an old man, right? He gonna say, I'm good. He gonna walk away in the sunset like an old cowboy movie. You know what I'm saying? So then my boy gonna come in. He gonna already be furnished. He gonna be shined up, taking us to our second Super Bowl. I think these guys gonna get us at least to get us 2-1 Super Bowls. The way they doing.
Yeah.
I was
like
delusional when I did the first pregame meal show. I said I wanted to be delusional as a fan for a minute, and I'm normally not delusional. But you know what? I'm gonna have a moment right now with y'all. So this is Ryan talking. This ain't the historian. It's Ryan talking as a fan, a delusional Atlanta fan for a split second, folks. I say we get a championship with Kirk, like Kool-Aid, and this is the other thing, like Kool-Aid was saying. I believe Penny's gonna be the one that's gonna go undefeated and break the Dolphins' record and win another Super Bowl. That's my prediction. I know that sound crazy, but I'm putting it out in the air. You speaking into existence, folks. We said we was gonna win the division this year. Guess what? We're already on a few games away from winning the division. We said we were gonna get back to the playoffs. Guess what?
Yeah.
We haven't lost a game in the NFC yet. And the more NFC games that we win, the better seeding that we get. So again, the higher seed that you get, guess what? The more likely you have a chance to bring a playoff game back to Atlanta. We haven't had a playoff game since 2016 in Atlanta. Since we had the dome. It's only right to shed the ghost of what happened in 2016 and bring in a playoff atmosphere into the Benz. It's only right. Because when we opened that stadium up, we were supposed to open this stadium up and christen it with a banner. That was what it was supposed to be. So at this point, it's got to start over. Raheem Morris was on that last staff that ended up losing in that Super Bowl and coming into the stadium without a banner. He was on that staff. So he's trying to write the script and actually get rid of these demons and get rid of this curse that we all talk about that's with the Falcons. Get this stench off us. That's where I'm at with it. I see, as a fan, I see us winning a championship or two within the next few years. I see it because Detroit, to me, is the only team in the NFC that could possibly pose a threat. San Francisco gonna keep melting down as they always do under Shanahan. Green Bay is, if they can stay healthy, they're the other team that you got to worry about. Other than that, everybody else I don't fear. But Jordan Love is a hell of a quarterback. Jared Goff is in a great system. And you saw them give Dallas a Diddy party today. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey,
you saw what it was.
Right there. You don't have to play nobody else. Detroit and maybe
gonna be right there.
Detroit and Green Bay are the two best teams in the NFL. I mean, I can't forget about Minnesota right now. I can't forget about Minnesota right now. They still undefeated.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Minnesota, that's right. I forgot. They didn't play today. So Minnesota,
they had a bye week.
Yeah, Minnesota, Green Bay, like you saying, those right there. But like I said, I don't feel none of those teams. I just feel like the losses.
Hey, I don't fear, but they concern me.
I mean, they concern me, but the key thing is the teams that we lost to, man, we were just trying to find our footing. You know what I'm saying? We had new offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators, all these new pieces, man. I feel like you don't want to see these Falcons right now. I mean, I just feel like, of course, every team in the NFL is a tough win, but
Yep.
I feel like we got the horses to, you know what I'm saying, to match up and meet up with anybody. Once we get this back end shored up with Jerry Gray and Jimmy Lake and getting this thing called correctly, we'll be all right, man, because that offense is starting to really click and we're getting everybody involved. Like I said, I mean, it's just beautiful to watch when you get the offenses in rhythm. So, like I say, those teams that we talked about, Green Bay and Detroit of the world, I mean, like I said, it'll be tough competition and tough sledding, but I feel like we got the horses to do it. As long as we stay healthy, that's the key thing. You know what I'm saying? That who is the healthiest at the end of the season is going to win a Super Bowl.
The Falcons running game has never been a problem. The Falcons running game was already good. That's not the problem. We were averaging 150, 200 yards under Arthur Smith. That wasn't the problem.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
like,
the pass. No, I'm just commenting to Charisma.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
shout out
I
to
see that.
Charisma.
I was like,
It's
that coming.
it's the passing game that was the problem. Kirk Cousins came in here and lit everybody up, and he's still knocking off the rust. He didn't play in the preseason, and he wanted to. And like Kool-Aid was saying, it's just like a great shooter in basketball. You gotta let them shoot. You gotta let them knock off the rust if you want those boys to continuously hit those shots like that. So again, I'll say this: Kirk's a guy that made his living off of bootlegs. He's not a runner, but he will step out of dodge and step in the pocket and deliver the ball. That was something that we didn't have and with the prior quarterbacks that we had. The last quarterback we had that was doing that was Matt Ryan. So again, this guy that Kirk's in here is just what it is. What you got, Kool-Aid?
Hey, see, this is the thing, man. When they put the other quarterback threw the ball so bad that you could put 5 in the box. You could put 5 in the box and they couldn't hit the open man. That's how bad they throw, man. But you put 5 in the box right now, Cousin gonna pick you. You blitz the wrong way, Cousin gonna get you. So, and the man is accurate. That man put that ball, he'll put the ball right on a man's face, man, 50 yards away. So when you're talking about now they got to pick their poison. Either you put them in the box to stop the run. Now you got to stop Kirk Cousins. He's gonna throw 5-9 on you. You bag out of the box. Now you're gonna get 2 running back, gonna put 200 on you.
Yeah,
you got to pick your poison.
And here's the thing,
crazy, man.
They got to do it consistently so folks are really fear us now. Don't go away from it.
Don't go away from it. The coaches they got
Pitts can't quit on routes like he did today. When you got the commentator to call you out, that's bad. You can't give up on a route like that, dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I meant to bring that up earlier, man. I got that wrote down in my notes. Damn drop pass by Pitts. Yeah.
Did we see in the Hodges today? Did we see in the Hodges? I don't remember Hodges.
No, we ain't really see him today.
That's all right. We bring Hodges out. We need to. We need Hodges.
I think, yeah, you're right. Hey, Hodges is what you say. Hodges is like that. When you have a party at the house, Hodges is like that plate of high hors d'oeuvres or whatnot. You know it didn't cost you that much, but you slice it up to make it look nice. You slide it on out there for your guest. That's how you use Hodges, just like a plate of hors d'oeuvres at a nice party at your house.
You know, this was the ideal plan I had, though. I think if your boy Pitts keep running out of the slot the way he's running, I think he need to be replaced with Hodges, man. That's my
in the slot, yeah. Pitts is
if you're gonna run out of the slot, I'm just saying I would rather take Pitts right now and make him play tight end position. And let him run out of the tight end position and run up the field from the tight end position. Block, learn how to block and everything. And I put Hodges on the field, man. I play Hodges a little bit more in and out in some plays and sort of take. Now I like Pitts, but Pitts got to earn his spot. And sometimes you trying to play Pitts to run in that wide receiver spot, he'll quit on you. Sometimes he's a little slow getting out of the cuts. And that wide receiver spot or that other slot spot, and sometimes he just ain't working from there. You know, he shouldn't have gave up on that route today. It just make him look bad.
But here's the thing with Pitts, and I said this a while ago. Everybody thought, oh, he's this, I said, no, you got to understand. Pitts is not a guy that is an elite route runner. He wasn't like that at Florida. He just wasn't. He ate because of other receivers that took pressure off of him. This is how you use a guy like Pitts to make him eat, and you use his skill set. You have him run seam routes because seam routes is his strength. He's been running those things like that since college. That was what he was eating off of. That bench routes, pretty much running towards the bench, those out routes, because he can shield smaller DBs off if you put the ball out because of his arm reach. You can put it there. And the other routes that you can run with Pitts, you can run corner routes and post routes in the red zone because that was what he used to score off of at Florida with Trask. In this situation, I feel like this. Like today when we threw the ball to Drake on the slant. To me, I felt like that should have been a Pitts play, not Drake. No disrespect to Drake because Drake has been killing it with the slants. But in a situation like that, you got to let Pitts play bully ball because he's bigger than majority of the linebackers he goes against and the corners and safeties he goes against. And when you have a guy like that and he can actually jump out of the gym as well, you got to use that. Drake balled out today. Drake is becoming, like we said, Drake is becoming the top receiver in the league, even though we know Mooney is starting to be clearly the number one. Drake is like, it's 1A and 1B because either one of them can take over a game at any time.
Yeah.
And you're seeing that. I'm never going to take Drake as a number 2 receiver because of how they're using him. Now, if he was in another system, he probably would be a 2, but the way that they use him, it's like, okay, if y'all going to cover Mooney, we're going to let Drake eat today. That's why I say he's a 1B and Mooney would be a 1A.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like but bringing in Mooney it leaves a lot of pressure off of Drake. So I think it's a beautiful thing to see in action.
I'm just waiting for Rondale Moore to get back. That's all I want to see. God, I wish he wouldn't have got hurt this year because Lord knows Rondale Moore is a problem. 4.3 speed and bro, like I've seen him in person. Homeboy got some bricks on him. He's not a small receiver. He might be short, but he like when you look at him, it's like looking at a little bit bigger version of Steve Smith. That is how he plays, just like Steve Smith, angry. And man, when you add that into this offense that we already got 2 running backs that pretty much can take the top off the defense with 200 yards, however you want it. And then, like you said, with Cousins, and then you got 1A and 1B, and then you got Ray McLeod, and then if we have a 4 receiver set with McLeod, Moore, Mooney, and Drake, who you gonna stop? That's all I'm gonna ask is who you gonna stop? Because Mooney gonna be a problem when Drake or Moore is gonna be a problem when he comes back because I'm just laughing because we're doing this without him right now. So just imagine how much better this offense is gonna be next.
So he officially done for the season though?
Yeah, because he tore his ACL and against Miami in that practice, right? The day before the game, he tore his darn ACL.
Okay. I mean, like I say, hopefully they don't look at him as someone that they can do without because they're winning without him. They may decide to trade him or something.
Yeah, try to trade him or something. Yeah. I hope they just bring him back.
Yeah,
you're gonna need all of that, man. You're gonna need all of that.
Because think about it, they kept Avery Williams, so it's a chance that they keep this dude. Because a lot of people wanted to get rid of Avery, and I said, man, this is the craziest thing. Shout out to Larry of the Dixon Way. They definitely did a great job on calling the game today, as always. And Miss Shonda was talking trash about her Gators gonna beat the Dogs November the 2nd. Y'all couldn't handle business against them corn dogs of Tennessee. So what make you think you're gonna beat the real dogs come November the 2nd? Ain't happening.
Yeah.
But I think, like I said, I think we're heading into the right direction, fellas. And I really believe that we have a chance to really make noise this year, just like Detroit did last year. Detroit let everybody know that this is not just a 1-year deal. It's not a 1-year deal. Detroit is letting folks know that they for real. Because we saw all the pieces that was put together. Because think about it. We hired Arthur Smith at the same time Detroit hired their coach. And I'm going to be honest with you. I would have taken him all day over Arthur Smith. And he was a former Falcon. And he was a tight end, by the way, for us back in the day. So when you look at how he's built that Detroit team, They're physically tough. They are mentally tough. You got Bobby Slowick as the offensive coordinator, and you got Aaron Glenn as your defensive coordinator, who was a very good cornerback in the very good corner back in the day. And you look at how Detroit is playing right now. It's nasty. It's nasty.
It's real nasty.
Where
they put that wood stick on Dallas.
Dallas literally had two teams to hang 40 pieces on them in their house. That's twice this year. New Orleans got them first. And then Detroit just came in there. Dallas didn't even get over 15 points on them boys today. That was bad.
So we won't see Detroit this year until we see them in the playoffs.
Nah, we're not gonna see them because we're playing the NFC. So we're playing the NFC East this year. We're not playing the NFC Central.
So we'll see Washington and the Giants.
Now we get Minnesota. Now we do get Minnesota this year.
Okay.
Yeah,
we do get Minnesota this year, but I don't think that we get Detroit this year. We wouldn't see them until the playoffs, I think. I'm not gonna sit there and I'm gonna put. Matter of fact, I'll pull up the schedule real quick. Hold up. So, yeah, we don't get Detroit. We don't get Detroit. Now we get Minnesota. We get the Giants. We get the Raiders. We get the Chargers and the Broncos. But we don't get Detroit this year. We wouldn't see them until we get into the postseason. And I got to give a prayer. I got to give prayers up to Aiden Hutchinson. He was carted off the field today. Leg cast didn't look good today. Didn't look good. And that's one of the hearts and souls of their defense right there too. Never wish for anybody to get hurt. And you know it's bad when you got both sidelines coming up to check on him. You know it was bad.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully for a speedy recovery for Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah, but it's part of the game. That's part of football. So we have to continue to just pray for our team and other teammates across the league.
Yeah.
Hey, so Charisma. So the only problem with that team in Seattle is this: they want Ryan Grubb gone, who's the offensive coordinator. They want him gone. The problem is this: Geno Smith and Geno Smith aren't on the same page. And honestly, we got a chance to go ahead and take him out. The receivers is not the problem I'm worried about. It's if Geno Smith has one of those days, that's when you get worried. But when he's not on, you're fine. It's when he comes out and he starts feeling himself, that's a problem, because every time he's played against the Falcons, he's always felt himself. And we got to bring a pass rush to slow him down and not let him get comfortable at all.
Yeah. Do y'all see us going to get some kind of pass rushing before it's said and done for
as soon as you said that, look who commented. As soon as you said that.
What was that? Oh, okay.
Larry.
Myles Garrett. Yeah. I mean,
we can get them now. We got the capital to do it.
Yeah, we got it. We got it, man. We got it. But hey, man, I just let's see Hope Roro and Harris can get a little more playing time, man, in between these guys, man. We got to get. I just saying the weakest link is Carter right now, man. He had that man sacked. He didn't have no strength. He was right there. I'm like, man, how long, man? This got to be a little favoritism on Carter playing, man. I'm saying the coach they just like this guy because he ain't showing much of anything, man. To me, I mean, like he did have a couple of plays I saw, but dang, man, but I hope we can figure out. But if it weren't from those DBs, man, no DB, either though they playing prevent and everything, those DBs is playing they butt off. They coming up, they making tackles when they get past the line. You got your boy back there knocking balls out, creating fumbles. How many times those DBs created fumbles? And then you talking about if they squat just right, they jump in the routes. And I mean, like they saved us twice, man. This game, man, because their 2 interceptions was important, bro. Now one of them interceptions was very important down in the red zone.
Yeah. AJ's interception was the biggest play.
Yeah, that was the biggest one, man. Yeah, that was in the red zone. That was the one. Yeah.
Because if they would have scored on that drive, it would have put pressure on the offense to put up points again. So AJ making that play was huge because he was going to catch smoke from me today. I said it at the halftime report. He was going to catch smoke. But I eased off or whatnot because the brother ended up making that play at the end of the game. So I'm
Yeah.
not mad at that at all, Kool-Aid. I think
Yeah.
I say this. I think in this situation, I think we need to go ahead and go get a pass rusher at this point because Judon can't do it by himself because Judon was getting held. Judon is a bad boy.
He was getting hell.
But here's the thing. The Raiders ain't going nowhere, and neither are the Browns. We have a great relationship with the Cleveland Browns because we get a lot of their good players, and they turn into superstars when they come here. Alex Mack is one. Another guy that we had was Taylor Gabriel, who we got from Cleveland. Another place that we get good players from is Cincinnati. So all I'm going to say is this. If there's a chance to get Myles Garrett up out of Cleveland, and Cleveland is willing to part ways with this man, or Max Crosby is willing to leave the Raiders and come somewhere where right now, guess what? They come into a situation where they're not stressed out. Yeah, they got to earn their stripes, but you're coming into a situation where a team is on top of the division. Outside of being on top of the division, you have a shot to get to the playoffs guaranteed because of how this team is already playing. All you have to do is come in and do what you do. That's all you have to do. Come in and sack the quarterback and generate pressure. You're going to make it easier for this team because to me, I feel like Terry can make this happen. I'm willing to give up a pick or two to go get Crosby or to go get Myles Garrett to add to what we already have because guess what? Root's going to learn from that cat. Just like freaking Harrison is gonna learn from that cat, just like Penix is learning from doggone Cousins right now.
Yeah, we gotta go get that cherry on the top. We just need that cherry on top.
Yeah, we can do that, man. Ooh, we can do that, man. That'll be great, bro. That'll sew everything up. I mean, like, I'm looking at that schedule. We can do that and get that. And see, when you get a guy like Garris or any one of those guys, you're gonna get more sacks because now then the other linemen got to pick their poison. They can't double team Garrett. They can't double team Judon when everybody. Now you got 3 people. You got to let somebody go. You got to let somebody go. And you know it's just like when my man in the playoff, when Jared got them sacks in the playoff. When we were headed to the Super Bowl, he was getting those sacks because he had all them other linemen on there. He was on one-on-one. He was getting those sacks. He would tear my ball up. You know what I'm saying? So man, we do need a free agent. And the most beautiful thing about it too is that Simmons and the other guys have shown that free agents have interest in coming to the Falcons. That's the thing. You see what I'm saying?
Keep winning.
They see something, man. They see something.
Think about it, and you keep winning, you're going to have more guys that'll come here. Because think about it, Judon said, I want to earn my paycheck. Judon said, let me earn my paycheck. That was pretty much what it was. And when he said, hey, if I do well this year, we'll talk in the offseason. But in this situation, it's like, hey, I'm fine with that. If you got players that are willing to come here to prove themselves to get money, I'm good with that. Because guess what? We're not going to waste money like we've done with guys. Well, I want this money here. And then you dump your money into them and they're not worth 2 dead flies smashed.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, I feel like this. If we get another legit pass rusher, I feel like that is going to validate this defense to be not just respectable. I think that we're going to go away from the bend but don't break. And if you get a guy like Crosby or Myles Garrett, you're going to see a lot more folks. You're going to see, instead of that 3-4 that we're running right now, you're going to see a lot more 4-3 defenses with those 2 on the edge. They're going to find a way to switch it up. That's all I can say. I see it coming. But that was a great win today. We got a chance to go ahead and beat Seattle, to play Seattle next week. That's going to be a tough game. No gimmies. But I got something for you that now is going to be more of an important game for us right now. You got to play against Dan Quinn. We got to play against Dan Quinn in Washington this year. That's a payback game for Coach Morris because he was on that staff that got hosed out of that ring, and he still hurts from that to this day. He still says that even though he got a ring with the Rams, he said I was supposed to have a ring with that Falcon logo in the middle of it. So don't think that game is not going to go unchallenged to where some bad feelings might come in. He still likes Dan, but as a competitor, he still want to get he want his lick back because you pretty much wasted his wide receiver core that literally when Julio caught that ball put the game away. You wasted that. So don't think that that's not going to go unchecked.
Yeah.
We're gonna definitely see what's going on. Like I say, I'll be in the building next week for that Seahawks matchup, and I pray that they continue to get that thing to go to 5-2 and keep that momentum going in our favor. Winning this division and winning the NFC, and let's go represent the city of Atlanta in the Super Bowl. Why not push? Will do it for us.
Mahomes said after he know we had beat his butt with no bad referee call, and he was at the mic. He said, "Man, that's a good team. That's a good team."
Yeah.
He said, "Don't overlook them guys," cause he putting it out there like, "Hey." He was nothing in his mind. He like, that just might be who we might see again.
Hey, remember this. The last time he saw an NFC South team was when they played the Bucks. And guess what? He looked like a deer in the headlights with them. That was that same look he had when we pretty much was putting foots on him.
Yeah. For sure.
Wouldn't it? And I'm gonna end the show like this with you guys because I want y'all last take on this. Wouldn't it be magnificent to win a Super Bowl this year in New Orleans? We would have lifelong bragging rights with them jokers there. Just like, think about it. Kansas City will always have bragging rights over Raider fans because guess what? That Super Bowl they won in Vegas was in the Raiders' house. Can you imagine that? We win in New Orleans a Super Bowl in their house?
Yeah, man. It'd be great. It'd be poetic justice, man.
Hey, check this out. When I be going up against a Raider person, man, I be going back chatting back and forth with them. They always bring out their little Super Bowl ring. I be like, yeah, but we gonna beat y'all. Now we done beat y'all the whole season. Guess what? We get that Super Bowl, we definitely be up on them. What we are 56 and they 55. We got them on that, right? We just won to get that 56, 55. Now we get that ring and they make it so bad we get that ring in their place. Oh man, can't no New Orleans come and sit in my place and talk chat no more. They gotta just smile in my face. That's all. Just smile.
I'll tell you this here. As much as we all know it was pass interference in that game with the Rams and the Saints in the NFC Championship game. We all know that was PI. But you know what? I think it was going to be a mutiny if New Orleans came to Atlanta because I'm being honest with you. As much as I hate the Saints, they had to beat the hell out of the Patriots in that Super Bowl. They had to beat them like they stole something. Because, man, with Breeze and those receivers and that high-powered offense, I don't know how the Rams survived that game. I'll be real with you. I don't know how they survived that game. But the Patriots defense would have not stopped that Rams offense. I mean, that Aints offense.
Yeah. New Orleans.
Listen, as much as I can't stand Brady, still to this day I respect him, and we lost to them Pats. Guess what? I take them SOBs winning in our house before I take the Saints winning in our house. We would never hear the last of that.
Nope.
Nope. Boy, that right there was sour. That would sour me to pretty much the day that you put me 6 feet under. I literally would be sour like that.
And see the problem is with me, man. I come in contact with more New Orleans fans than Patriots fans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
so we win Kool-Aid.
I mean, I come in contact, man. I'll tell you right now. I was sitting in Wingstop, and we were supposed. That's the first game when the season finished started, right? Guess who walks in? A Pittsburgh fan, and then the lady goes to that time. Okay, I got my hat on. Oh, you're an Atlanta fan, yeah. But she didn't say she was from New Orleans, right? So the Pittsburgh guy, he walks up and now he just bragging, oh, we gonna beat y'all. I said, well, I don't know. Y'all might not, right? And then she gonna come out talking about, but we who that's gonna get out both of y'all. I'm like, oh, you a who that? Okay, we'll see. We'll see. I ain't gonna say much of anything, but I'm gonna sit here and be quiet, and I'm gonna let y'all talk, and then we will see.
Don't look. Okay. And God forbid, and here's the thing. we sweep them, Kool-Aid. You need to go up in there and get wings that day. And hey, be like, hey, I need you to do me something. Go ahead and break out that room and sweep over there, because guess what? We pretty much put the broom on y'all and swept y'all ass this year.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, man.
Exactly.
Hey, but I appreciate y'all fellas for coming through, man. You know, we're at that time. We're getting ready to shut it down. We're gonna have the regular BirdCage LLC show Thursday night. We're working on a few things. We got some stuff coming up. We might have some guests coming up pretty soon. Y'all stay tuned for that. We definitely appreciate you coming on, Kool-Aid. Tell the folks where they can find you, and give them your handle.
Well, you know, basically, I'm just on YouTube. You can just put in ATL Kool-Aid Drinkers. And I got a channel on that, and I do commentary on all the sports for the Braves, the Hawks, Georgia Tech. You know, I want to give that shout out to Georgia Tech for getting that win. Hey man, in Georgia, and the Falcons. You know, so I'll be pulling for those guys, man. You can just check me out. Just ATL Kool-Aid Drinkers. You just Google that with YouTube, and you should be able to find me.
And you can find him on We Talk Hawks TV with I Got Demond.
That's right. Yeah, We Talk Hawks TV. I'm always on Dixon. Anything that Dixon does, I'm already commentary on that, comment on that. Every now and then, Dixon, when he open up the barbecue grill, I pop up on that and make some comments on his thing, you know. Sometimes I go on AFN and do comments and stuff like that. But I show up and talk, and we be going at it at We Talk Hawks TV. So
Okay.
yeah.
Appreciate you coming through, Kool-Aid.
Man, no problem, man.
Hey, Kool-Aid, don't make this your last time coming through the cage, baby.
Man, I won't, man. I won't. I sure won't, man. I definitely gonna come back, and you know, hey, this gonna be a marvelous year, man. Hey,
Yeah.
like what I say, we can be entertained and have fun and win.
Yeah.
But you know what's gonna be funny? A lot of folks ain't giving, and I'm gonna say this, and we gonna wrap it up. A lot of folks didn't want to give the Falcons a chance this year with this new regime. They didn't. But guess what? They 4-2. They undefeated in the division. They undefeated in the NFC. The only 2 losses came from the AFC. We scored 30-plus points back-to-back games, ladies and gentlemen. That hadn't been done since 2020. So, again, we're turning the corner like we said they were going to turn the corner. Now, the only thing we have to do is stay consistent with it. And I see a lot coming. Just like right now, a lot of folks ain't going to give the Hawks a shot with Zach Richards and them boys. But guess what? For all my Hawks fans out there, just be patient. You're patient with the Falcons. Be patient with these young bucks, because I think it's going to be 45 plus wins on the season, 45, 50 wins. I'm calling that now, Larry. I'm calling that now, Larry, and I'm calling that Kool-Aid. And DeMond, y'all can go ahead and check me on that, because I already know what it is. I said the Falcons go 11-6 this year. That's pretty much what I said. They was going 11-6. K-Dub said 12-5. He see a 12-piece. He said that earlier.
I saw 12-5 too.
Yeah, once we had Kirk Cousins, I said, 12-5.
Look, I'm good with either record, because at the end of the day, we get to host a playoff game with them records.
Well, you know,
we get to host a playoff game.
2021 was the Hawks and the Braves, and this year gonna be 2024, 25 gonna be the Hawks and the Falcons, baby. That's all I got to say.
And on that note, we gonna wrap it up. And as I quoted last week, I'm gonna quote now, because like I said, I got to watch one of my favorite blaxploitation movies, Uptown Saturday Night. Got to quote the great Calvin Lockhart. Rest in peace. Channel my inner Calvin Lockhart. It's so very few of us that owe so much to so many. Good night, y'all. Y'all have a good one, and rise the hell up, and let's go ahead and keep these wins coming, baby. It's the BirdCage. We out, baby.
All right. Good night, Atlanta.
Peace.
Win, Atlanta. Win.
Win, fellas. Let's go ahead and get this here. I don't know why this song don't want to work today. Man. Yes, sir. Peace.
All right.